I hadn't been to therapy in a long time. Clap your hands if you go to therapy in this room. I didn't realize that because I hadn't been in a long time, you have to fill out an evaluation form when you go to therapy explaining why you would like to go. And I thought I could tell them whatever I wanted, but I was a little too honest on my form about my recreational drug use because they didn't assign me a therapist. They assigned me a substance abuse counselor. Not what I need. I'm very good at doing drugs. This kimono did not put on itself. The way I learned this, it's our very first meeting. She's going through the checklist one by one, and suddenly she stops, looks at me, and says, "Did you smoke crack in July?" No. I've never smoked crack, and I would not mark on a form that I did. She said, "Well, you checked a box asking if you used crack/cocaine." Well, that slash is carrying a lot of weight. You need to separate those items. It is one thing to hit the slopes when a batch of fresh powder drops. But when the snow melts and it turns to rocks, get off the mountain. Pretty soon you're skiing right under a bridge. Chemotherapy, least fun drug I have ever done, and that includes salvia. I did 8 rounds of it, and there was only one other woman who got chemo at the same time I did, and she was lovely. We became very friendly with each other, but she had stage 4 advanced lung cancer, and she spoke through a voice box. But our first meeting, she said something to me that I'll never forget because it was so beautiful, so promising. She looked at me and said, "When I'm done treatment, I can't wait to sing karaoke again. Karaoke is my favorite activity." It's like, oh, I guess you could sing Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. She would be the first person to ever slay at karaoke with a Daft Punk song. She would walk on that stage, harder, better, faster, stronger. 4 words we in treatment hope to be. Now, chemo was pretty tough. Hang on one second. Chemo was tough, but after my 4th treatment, I started feeling woozy, delirious, and on November 15th, 2022, I had a stroke. When I was taken to the hospital, I didn't know my name. I didn't know what year it was. I didn't know who the president was. Now, granted, the president doesn't know who the president is. So I think I should have gotten a pass on that question. What I found out, the surgery that was done to install my chemo port to get my chemotherapy had become internally infected, and a series of clots went off in my brain, causing multiple embolisms, and I had gone septic. My condition was so bad that when I was taken, the doctor told my wife, "Brace yourself. We don't know how this is gonna go." I didn't know what sepsis was, and I have tried to since make it funny. It's not funny. Sepsis still kills 1 out of 5 people who get it today. With modern medicine, 1 out of 5. That means if all 5 members of NSYNC went septic at the same time, it would be a bye-bye-bye to Joey Fatone. It's not gonna be Timberlake. He's not gonna be on stage like, "I'm bringing sepsis back." I ended up in the hospital for 33 days while they battled to save my life. And I was in an East Hollywood hospital. Their slogan was, "Where homeless people go to scream." It was brutal. And the only way I got through it was I had a mantra. I told myself this every day: this is temporary, you will get through this. This is temporary, you will get through this. And I have used that mantra for many difficult situations throughout my life. When I was on a cross-country Spirit Airlines flight in a middle seat between two 400-pound whales, this is temporary, you will get through this. When I thought I was microdosing but accidentally took 3 full tabs of acid, this is temporary, you will get through this. The first time my wife put a finger inside of me, this is temporary, you will get through this. When someone in the front row drops a can at a terrible moment, this is temporary, you will get through this. I have to say, one of the only reasons I made it through, nurses are amazing. They were my favorite people in there. The doctors were clinical, the nurses were humans to me. If you are a nurse in this world, I have so much love for you because I watched them put up with just so many terrible people, psychopaths every day, throwing plates at them, screaming at them. Every time a nurse came into my room, I would say, thank you so much. I know what you're dealing with. You're such a beautiful person. And they'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you. Do you want another 25 milligrams of Dilaudid today? You know I do. I barely made it out of that hospital, but on March 24th, 2023, I got a PET scan and I was cleared of all of the cancer and the sepsis in my body. I was floating on air that day, and it wasn't even a crescent moon. Until 2 days later, when my medical bills started arriving. And I'm going to tell you the first 2 bills that I opened. Number 1, $242,000. Number 2, $116,000. I opened those bills, looked at those numbers, and uncontrollably went, that's not real money. You might as well have told me that I owe 6 unicorn horns and 3 fairy wings, because clearly we're frolicking through a rainbow forest in imagination land. If they had told me I owed $19,600, I would have been terrified because that's actual money I understand that would have crippled me. But $350K, sure, take it. In fact, walk outside your office right now and look in the sky. I'm flying around on a magic carpet, dropping sacks of gold all over the city. Maybe one of them will land on you.